welcome back to my YouTube channel. She's French. Oh, you're not straight. And if you're new, welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I would love for you to subscribe if you're not subscribed already. The button's down below. You know what to do. If you want to check me on Instagram, my Instagram is @shesfrench, and I have a really cute sticker shop called Cowboy Cafe. Everything is linked down below. For today's video, this is kind of a different look, maybe a look I used to do back in the day, but I wanted to do a get ready with me, like a little makeup moment. I wish you could see what in front of me looks like. Everything is like a bomb went off of makeup. But I wanted to do a Victoria's Secret angel inspired makeup look, you know, like something wearable, like reminiscent of the older makeup looks. This might not be like the most accurate, but I think it's giving the vibe, and it was very easy to do. You guys know I have a really minimal makeup routine, makeup bag. Everything fits. It's actually empty right now. Everything fits in this tiny little pouch, and this was doable with things I already own. Didn't have to buy anything for this. It's super easy. I was inspired by the fashion show, and I figured to make it fun, because it's quite similar to my everyday routine, we would talk about an event I was invited to, a Chanel event specifically, which was super exciting. I haven't edited yet, so I hope that it goes together and it's not too much of a mess talking about both. But yeah, I figured it would be fun to do a little get ready with me story time, doing a makeup look that maybe you haven't seen on the channel before. I even curled the front of my hair for this. Not everything, because actually I was having a hard time, and also I'm trying to not do too much to my hair with it being blonde, and I'm really trying to grow it out super long. I want it down to my butt. But yeah, let's get started with the video. I hope you'll enjoy. So let's go. Okay, so here I am barefaced with skincare and SPF. It's super dewy, which I actually love, because in the colder months my skin gets so dry, so I'm always looking for like super moisture. I'm using some of the products that were given to me as a sample after the event. I'll show you a bit later when I talk about it, but first things first, I'm gonna put this on. This is a really cute little headband that was also given to me at the event. A little camellia flower, little, you know, like makeup skincare headband. I love it. I've been wanting one of these for so long, but it like always slipped in like the list of priorities of things that I would be purchasing. So now I have one, which was really thoughtful and really nice, and actually made the experience so nice. I appreciate that they added this to the setup. In honor of this video, because I just realized that I don't have a mirror to get ready into, I'm gonna be using my highlighter as a mirror. It's like literally massive, so it's perfect. I'll be doing my makeup in that. Okay, my screen got really dark out of nowhere. I don't know if it's just me, but since the new iPhone's released, mine has been strange. So fingers crossed we can actually get through this video. Okay, so I'm gonna do my foundation. This is the Chanel Les Beige Touche de Teint foundation in B20. It's the one that has the little beads in it, and I love this one. It's very light. I do very official, but this is what I do. So let's talk about the event. Oh, and I'm using the Merit #1 brush, which I love, and look, they're all clean. I cleaned my brushes for this video so that it could be nicer to look at. So while I wipe this, let me tell you about the event. So I got invited to the event maybe like 3 months ago. I got a call randomly from one of my sales associates during the summer. And this was a sales associate from the Galeries, which is the really big department store in Paris, the one that's really famous, that does the massive Christmas decorations, which I think actually they're starting to put up right now. With the beautiful roof. I'm sure if you're familiar with Paris or you're planning on visiting, it's probably one of the places that you'll want to check out. Not only is the shopping really great, but it's also really beautiful, and it's centrally located, and there's a view on one of the upper floors where you have like a really great like 360 view of Paris, as well as the Eiffel Tower. It's just really beautiful, so I recommend it if you visit. But anyway, I got invited a few months ago, and she told me it was like a atelier, and it was for the skincare. And the way that they do it is that there's a little special room on, I think it's like the 4th floor of the Galeries, and it's called the apartments. And it's really cool. They have like a little kitchen in the back. I wish I had filmed it, but at first I didn't know if I could film, and now like looking back, I wish I would have like asked, but I felt a little bit shy there. But there's like it's like a massive room. There's like a little kitchen area. There was a person working the bar doing little drinks, and we ended up having food at the end. And then there was little tables set up, a presentation, and we all had a little mirror. I'll add some pictures of what I do have. A mirror. We had like a little goodie bag that had this. There was a brush, and then there was different little tools for the skincare. And going back a bit, this was super new to me, so I checked in at the makeup counter on the first floor. They have Chanel on the ground floor, and then on the upper floor there's perfumes. So I checked in there, and then one of the ladies there took me to the apartments because it's not just accessible to the public, but it is in the store. Next, I'm doing my concealer. This is the Le Correcteur de Chanel B10. B10 in this and B20 in that go really well together, by the way. So she took me up, and then that's how I got there. I didn't know what to expect, and I was a bit shocked, honestly, to be invited because yes, I am a Chanel customer, but you know, like not that crazy of a customer either, but I was very flattered to be invited, and of course I said yes. So she took me up, we sat down, and then the first thing that they did was talk us through the presentation. And it was about their Sublimage line, which is their very, very expensive line. And that was, again, me being like, why am I here? But thank you so much. And they did a presentation on the main ingredient, which is vanilla, and we kind of went through the products. And then the main event was doing a demonstration of how the products all work together. Sorry, I'm just dabbing this in. I feel like I'm gonna finish the story before finishing my makeup because I'm forgetting to do the makeup. This is a pretty good base. I love this foundation. You see that it's very sheer, but then the concealer kind of helps with my under eyes because you guys know I always look tired. But yeah. So next I'm gonna do, this is so hard, I feel like I'm doing two things at once. Next I'm gonna do my bronzer, which is the Mercier Tinted Moisturizer Bronzer. This is like a cool tone bronzer, which I'm so excited about, and this is 03 Sunbeam. I absolutely love it, but the application is very weird. You'll see. I'm gonna put it here. 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 A few of the people were actually familiar with the products that they were talking about, which was very impressive because it makes it a very expensive skincare routine. And there was a guy there, which I thought was so fun. He was all about the products. He was using them as a routine. He knew them all, so it was really fun learning from him because they were discussing with him as they were presenting. First, they had us take off our makeup. They had this oil, which I have a sample of. It's l'huile en gel de démaquillage, and this is really cool because it was like a gel, so they went around, put like a little bit on our fingers, and then had us use it. We didn't remove the eye area. We removed like basically all around the eyes, and then we did like a little spa session after that with all the products. So this is a sample that they gave me. I've been using it because I really like it. So we did that, and then they went through and did the skincare. Let me just rub this in. This is so like all over the place. Hopefully you're following. This is a bit chaotic. Part of the Victoria's Secret look that I'm creating, and this is actually the look I do every day anyway, very bronzy. So I'm doing like a nice kind of bronzy top of my cheeks, forehead, but this is also like my normal routine. I put a little bit here, my brush picks it up. I'm using this is so annoying, the writing is coming off of this brush. This is the blush brush number 110 from Chanel. It's a really great brush. I actually was thinking this whole time, because this is just a brush that I had, and I was thinking that maybe for this product there's a better brush that I could be using, but actually this is my favorite brush for the product. I feel like the fluffy brush is really great. I tried it with a brush like the Merit one that's more dense, and it doesn't like it like creates like a line, like it's like streaky application because it's like such a liquid product. It's a tinted moisturizer product. Fluffy is way better for picking it up and making it look really like natural. Like maybe you wouldn't know if I stopped here and went out that I did like a little base. Well, I think you can tell a little bit. but it's not super obvious is what I'm saying. Like right now, this is all basically like skincare minus the concealer. The foundation is so lightweight. Okay. So then, after we took off the makeup, they came around and started to give us some of the skincare. So one of the first things that we did was, there was a serum that they gave us. Then we did the cream, and we kind of layered differently. And they showed us this really cool motion for the cream where you go like this, and you kind of go like that to do like a lymphatic drainage kind of motion. They're always talking about how you should like go out. Even doing your eye cream, you should go out and then like get to like a draining stage. The eye cream, they had us do here, and a little bit here, which was interesting because I've never seen that before. And what was cool, because I was really questioning it, was the products are very expensive, but a little bit really went a long way, and that's something they really highlighted through the whole presentation. So we had done the makeup remover, we did a serum, then we did, I think, eye cream, then, no, we did the face cream, then a little bit of eye cream. Then they had this like night serum that we didn't put on, but they had us try on our hands to feel like the sensation of it, but because it would have been a bit too much product to do altogether, it's like something you put on like before bed. You let it sit the ideally 8 hours of sleep if you're able to get 8 hours, and then you wake up very, very moisturized. It was a really beautiful texture. And then they had this really cool like little pot, and it had like gold in the name, and the product was actually gold, and they were describing it as a little product and you use a very little amount. I think they could have given us a little bit more than what they gave us, but it's basically like a highlighter style product that was gold, so you were supposed to put it on the high points, and you could, the idea behind that was like you could go out into your day and like have like this skincare makeup look. It was really, really nice. I do have a Chanel highlighter right here that I'm holding though. The price of that one, Chanel makeup is expensive, but the price of that highlighter, I think you might be better off getting this one, but it's very, very luxurious. And actually that's the product that stood out to me from the whole presentation, because I thought it was quite different from the view of skincare, because I mean, highlighter, like there's so many different cream highlighters. I'm sure a gold highlighter exists with almost every brand. But I liked the concept of it being with skincare. Like I think a lot of this is also like the ingredients are very beautiful, but it's also the experience and like really pampering yourself. I just did some freckles with a MAC brush brown. It's the 24-hour eyeliner. I use it for freckles. I do the freckles at this point because then I cover with powder and it helps to kind of blend them in. Sometimes when I do it over the powder, I feel like it's harder to then like not like fade them, but have them like not be so like perfect dots. Like it looks much more natural doing it under. Maybe we're gonna tap a bit more bronzer here. The look I go for every day is quite clean, so basically I'm gonna add some highlighter and blush using my lipstick so it matches my lips to create that kind of Victoria's Secret look. To do something actually wearable, there's so many ways that you could do like a Victoria's Secret makeup, and there's like palettes. I know Huda came out with a palette that would actually be perfect for that has like very cool tone, like pretty like white and like highlighter, like not highlighter, like sparkly eyeshadows, but I'm using what I have, and I think you can create it without buying a palette specifically. I think most of us have these things in our makeup bags. So anyway, now I'm gonna do the powder. I'm using Mercier translucent powder. I feel like this is gonna be so crazy to edit, and I hope it's gonna be fun for you guys to watch. I'm using the Chanel, maybe this is why I was invited, because I've been buying like a decent amount of my makeup bag is Chanel at this point. Let's see, oh no, that's about it. The highlighter, my bases are Chanel, and then I have 3 brushes. That can't be it. I still don't know why I was invited, but I'm very, very happy that I was. Anyway, this is the brush, it's a Kabuki. And same thing, I felt like there could be like a better, I felt like I really wanted to get some nice brushes, and I realized after that actually I didn't really know what I was doing. Like I had like the concept in mind of what brushes I wanted to get because I got these this year. My old brushes were really old. And then I was like, oh, maybe I didn't get like the correct brushes for the products I'm using. But actually, like I was saying with the bronzer, this is like the best brush for it. And I actually love this for powder. It's almost like using like a beauty blender, which I've never liked actually. Like under here, I feel like it sets really nicely. I definitely go for a bit more matte just because my makeup, well, I need my makeup to last all day because I go to work for a long time, and then I'm a mom and I just have like a pretty active lifestyle, so I need it to stay, and I don't reapply. So picked it up on here. This is the one without talcum powder, I believe. This is their new formulation. And I used to do translucent honey. Did I say this was translucent honey? This is just translucent. When I went back to buy this at the store, the translucent honey was like bright orange, which I don't remember mine being like that. So I just got normal translucent and I'm loving it. This is so crazy. And this is specifically because of my eye shape, but I just like stamp it like crazy, because it's really important that I set my eye area, because otherwise everything runs. I also set a little bit here, but the important area is my eye area. I set a bit here as well, because I don't really want shine like going in the lines here. Not that they're like super crazy, but it's not something I want to highlight on my face. And then last, I go on my nose. During the whole presentation, they showed us how to apply each product. They had like a very specific way of how each skincare, like part of your skincare was to be applied. So I learned a lot from that. I've been using that little motion. I don't know that I can see my face like actively deep puff, but I'm sure there's something to it. Lymphatic drainage is real, so why not learn and use that motion now that I know. When we were done with the skincare, we then had like this like little put yourself back together session where they brought up some of the makeup and they gave us a little bit of everything, and basically like we all rated our makeup together. They brought up their signature lipsticks, the ones that have like the crystal style casing, which I think are their like higher end lipsticks. Honestly, there wasn't a color that I loved among that line. I tried one that was quite similar to the one I wear, but it had glitter in it, but I much prefer the one I currently have. They brought up a couple of these, which was really cool. A lot of the people there hadn't tried these before, so it was nice to see them talk about this, because this is newer and I know I love it, but I always like to see, you know, the experts talk about a product. So they're explaining it to all the people there and I still love it. I actually tried their other foundation. I think it was the Sublimage foundation, and I felt like it was too heavy, and actually my color match in B20 wasn't as good as this one is, so I'll definitely be sticking to this. That was really nice because it was like kind of question mark I had. I was ultimately drawn to this, but I hadn't really compared all the products together. But now I know that this was the right choice for me, and I'm on like my like 4th bottle. I've just been like buying this when I run out. Little goes a long way, even though it's like very, very small. I really like it. I think hopefully you like it too. You can tell how it looks on now. I love it. And while they were doing that, they had included a little brush, which is so nice. So they gave us this really beautiful brush. And this is not like a cheapy, like here, like have a free brush to powder. This is a really nice brush. Look at how dense this is. This is what I love about the Chanel brushes. The quality is so good. Sometimes, you know, I try to be really careful about like, oh, this is branded. You're paying for the brand. You're not paying because your product is that much better. But I do think that these brushes are very, very nice brushes. So I was really happy to have one more. This was for the powder. So they did the foundation, then they gave us a little bowl and they dropped some powder inside, and the powder was good. I love this. I'm like biased because I know this better. It was really nice. I don't know what color I used because I don't think that they're quite like a translucent powder. I think they're based on like the shade that you choose. So I think maybe they gave me B20. I need to look into that a bit more. I've been wanting to look into their powder, but because I've been using this for so long and I'm comfortable with this, I haven't really researched it yet. I'm really much more familiar with this one and my concealer. I've been very curious about the bronzer. Unfortunately, I didn't get to try that. They didn't bring them up. And the last time I went to the galleries actually looking for a bronzer before finding this one, they were reformulating, so they didn't have any in stock or even to try or anything. Like, they were completely gone. I don't know if they're back. I'm sure they're gonna bring back some sort of bronzer, but I wanted to try specifically the cream one, but that's the one that was gone. So that's probably the next thing I'll look into. But I'm also so happy with this that I do plan to just buy this again when it runs out, but we'll see. I'm in a place where I don't want to experiment a lot right now. I found my routine. I'm really actively working on like finishing up any products that I didn't love because I hate to waste product. And then just repurchase what I'm familiar with and what's working for me. And of course, if something's not working for me, then I don't plan to repurchase it. I figured next we would use this brush actually. So yeah, they gave me this brush, beautiful brush. And this is gonna be weird, but in my head it makes sense. I'm gonna use my lipstick as a little bit of blusher. We're gonna experiment together because I want it to match, and this is the most perfect pink. This is like my dream blush shade. This is Chantilly Lace 136 by Mercier. This is a matte lipstick, so we'll see what happens. I don't know, this is fun. I'm literally gonna paint it onto the brush. I think this is like the perfect brush for blusher, even though we used it for powder. Part of the, this is so all over the place. The Victoria's Secret look is like very like angelic, bright, like innocent, doll-like. So of course, pink blush. And that's so pretty. I think it's perfect. I'm gonna do the other side. I love this lipstick so much. I love it so much I don't like using it, but I know that I can just buy the refill. But I'm so paranoid about lipstick like this being discontinued because my last favorite was discontinued. I don't want to go through it again, but this is so pretty. I really hope you can tell. I think this is perfect. It's very light, but you can definitely tell there's like a little rosy blush going on, and I think once I do my lipstick that matches it, it'll look really pretty together. So yeah, love this brush. Nice to have a little blusher style brush. I'd love to try the Rhode blusher in Piggy. That one really speaks to me, but I have this that I'm working on finishing. I love it, but I don't plan to repurchase this one specifically because of the lipstick. I don't really need too pink. This does enough by itself. I saw though that she posted a picture and she's been like hinting at cinnamon rolls, and then she posted a picture with the brown phone case and there was one like this in there, but it was a different one. And people are saying that it might be cinnamon roll, and if it is cinnamon roll, then I really want to try it, and maybe I'll use that opportunity to order Piggy, even though like I don't need it, but I don't know, I'm considering it. The upcoming lip liner is also very interesting to me, but I have a lip liner that I love, which is right here. And this one I'm going to start using more now that it's getting a bit cooler. It's Foxy Brown by Charlotte Tilbury. I love it. So unless she does a pink, which could complement this well, I don't need a liner, so I wouldn't order. I also have this that I'm going to start using soon. I was saving it for the colder months. I've been saving like my little miscellaneous makeup. Like I have an extra of this concealer because I thought I was gonna run out like forever ago, but actually it's still like I'm still scraping some out, so I'm still going. I had gotten this at duty free when I was traveling. And then I have my Merit brushes that I have extras of that I love, and my brush cleaner. I got this on Amazon. I really like it, but I've always just used like regular soap. I don't plan to reorder this honestly when it's finished, because regular soap works just fine. But anyway, this is really nice. I'm very grateful that they gave us this, and I'm gonna save this for blusher if I do eventually get a blusher. But I mean, my lipstick's really pretty as is too, but I truly love it as a lipstick. Next, we're gonna do the eyes. I'm gonna use this Chanel brush. It's a dual-ended. It's the 201 dual-ended eye contour. I'm gonna use the flat side. And this is, I feel like this is like the key Victoria's Secret makeup. It's like a really pretty beige. I can never get this open though, it's insane. Here it is. I love it. It's like the perfect base. I always think that this eyeshadow makes it look like you have like doe eyes, like very innocent, like pretty big eyes. So I'm gonna do that as my base. This is maybe not like exactly accurate, but this is what I always like took away from like the original Victoria's Secret fashion shows and the way that the Bombshells had their makeup done, or the angels. So Bombshell bra and it's the angels, I think, unless they were called Bombshells, or am I mixing it with Love Island? Who knows? So I'm gonna do a few goes of it to really get it quite light. I'm also gonna get the inner corner. And now back to the event. Once we were done with the makeup and kind of talking through some of the makeup products, they brought us the most delicious desserts. Oh my God. I felt a little bit shy, but I did ask. The person I did speak to was the chef as he was bringing out the desserts, because the whole product line was based around their vanilla ingredient. All the desserts, and actually the drink too, was based around vanilla, which was just amazing. They first brought us out this drink that was like a vanilla infusion, and that's what had me talking with the chef, because I had to ask him, how did you make this? This is so delicious, I must know. Because at first I thought it was a tea, and it looked like it had like straight up like vanilla bean like in the drink. Like you could tell there was like the little brown flakes in it. And actually he told me it's not tea, it's lemon juice infused with the vanilla for 24 hours. Amazing. I told him this is the most beautiful thing I've ever had. You need to tell your team that they did an amazing job. This was amazing. I think that might have been the highlight of the event for me. I'm a major foodie. They then brought us this little bite-sized cheesecake. Can you see the light? It's giving that look. I'm sure you see it. I'm doing the thing. They brought us this tiny cheesecake that had a little flake of gold on the top. Are you kidding? With the most delicious vanilla bean like cheesecake layer, which was amazing. Then they brought out a macaroon with the same kind of like vanilla bean filling. There was so much vanilla, but in like such a nice, like delicate, light way. Just melted in your mouth. And then the pièce de résistance. They brought out this amazing little cup, like a little cute bubble cup that had this kind of like layered, like there was like a little biscuit base, almost like a cheesecake again, but it was a bit different. And at the top there was just like a swirl of cream, and it was vanilla cream. Oh my God. And a raspberry on top. It was literally the best thing I've ever eaten. You might have seen me post about it on my Instagram. I was so sad when it was over. I posted something like, unfortunately, this is the best thing I've ever eaten, and I'm gonna think about it for the rest of my life. Okay, I went really crazy, but I really wanted to make it extra light. I think the angels, they use like a very, very light white eyeshadow. But this is close enough. And also, you know what this look kind of gives? Kim Kardashian had done this not too long ago, where you know, like that kind of like old skiing look where you're a bit tan around your goggles. It kind of reminds me of that, which I think is so cute. Anyway, this is the base. You can see it's very light. And now for the Victoria's Secret part. So I'm gonna use the other side of the brush. And this is like a pointed little tip. And I'm gonna finally use my highlighter, which it's so massive, but it's so beautiful. This is truly like a pearlescent, like white. It's like, I don't know how to explain it, but the color was so beautiful, and I felt like it was hard to find a color like this, that I justified buying it. And I also justified it by telling myself that I would literally never ever run out of this in my lifetime. Almost face size. It's so big, it's so beautiful. So I'm gonna pick this up and put it in the inner corners. I'm gonna layer it a few times because it's not super intense, but it's definitely bright. There's times where I do it just by itself, but right now I really like the base with just the corner sparkling. It's like a silver pearl kind of glitter. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like a very true, like almost like if I could describe it as clear, no like colorful undertone of any way where it shifts to like a different color, which is what I didn't want. And I felt like a lot of the products out there have only that. I've seen an interview of Candice talking about the makeup, like an old interview, and it really reminds me of like exactly this. And I think my lighting is maybe not the best, but I'm gonna show you after. It's really pretty much this. I'm just wiping away the extra fallout, so there we go. The little desserts were kind of the end of everything. So after everything was done, they had us all leave in a little group. We grabbed our coats from the front. They had like this really pretty little coat hanging area. They had champagne at the end, by the way, but I don't drink. So I said no thank you, and actually the chef, oh my god, I could go on about the food all day, offered to bring me another cup of the vanilla drink, and I was like, yes please. So good. But anyway, we grabbed our coats, went back to the first floor, and then there they gave us a little goodie bag on top of what we got to keep, which was the little pouch and the brush and this, and that's where I got the samples. So I got the makeup remover oil, I got the cream, and I also got the eye cream, and these are actually quite generous samples considering that you don't need a lot, so enjoying using those. And that was it. It was super fun. I was super grateful to be invited. The whole process was so nice with my essay sending me the invite, and then they had a little checklist when we got there, and like it was very official, really nicely organized, really nice experience, really beautiful setup, and very luxurious and like special. I'm gonna do my eyeliner. I just do the outer corner. Okay, this side is much better, but it's fine. I have hooded eyes anyway, so you actually can't see it that much. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex eyeliner. It's lasting me forever. A lot of these felt tip eyeliners, they tend to dry out quite fast. This one is lasting. And last but not least, mascara. I'm doing a brown, which I think matches that kind of angelic vibe, and it's what I have and what I do every day anyway. This is Glossier Lash Slick. I will say this is quite a dark brown. I don't know that I can truly tell that this is brown on me. I'd love something lighter, but I think also my lashes are quite dark to begin with, so this is not a bleaching mascara, this is just coating brown, but if the base is quite dark, then I can understand why it's not picking up very light anyway. I love this step of mascara. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't, but I love it when my eyeliner line is not the neatest, because I think it kind of blends everything together and kind of helps with any mistakes you might have made. And yeah, event-wise, that was pretty much it. It was a really fun experience. I wish I had filmed more. I just wasn't sure if I could. If I get invited again one day, then I will definitely film. They were asking some of the women around me if this was their first one. One lady had said that she was invited 2 years prior to one for perfume, so maybe I could be invited to something else, but maybe I'll take a while too. That would be very cool, but if not, no problem, because I really enjoyed this experience as well. I love skincare, so it was really, really nice, and as a mom, it's nice to spend a bit of time pampering yourself, because sometimes I'm so tired at the end of the day after work and everything. My skincare goes by very, very fast. Last but not least, we're gonna do the lips. I finished my banana lip balm, and in an effort to continue going through the makeup that I have, I'm using this now. This is still like a lip balm. It has the peptides in it. Not as moisturizing as my other one, but just working on finishing. It's pink, goes with this. It's a good base. I definitely prefer the brown. The brown really impacts and gives color. This one, like if I was to repurchase, I would get the brown for sure, espresso. And then I want to try the cinnamon one that has a flavor. I've heard good things about vanilla too. I don't know what the stock looks like, but maybe if I order soon, I will try one of the flavored ones. I don't know that I would reorder Ribbon, even though I really like it, just because I can't see it a lot on my lips. I'm gonna do that as a base. Because my lipstick is matte, I always do a base that's not matte first because I don't want to wear the lipstick matte. I just want like the touch of color from it. I've been looking at like one specific part of my face, but I think the whole really came together. This is all I do. I feel like this is how they did it back in the day. Like not a like really outlined lip, or at least with a not like a visible lip liner. So yeah, that's the makeup. I'm gonna style my hair, give you the rest of the look. I'm gonna attempt to get a little bit of curl in there because Victoria's Secret, this year they didn't do it, but for me it was missing. It's the big hair. My hair doesn't go very big though, so we'll see. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I curled my hair a little bit and then kind of just messed it up. I feel like this is giving the essence. I didn't want to do my full head because I'm trying to not overdo my hair being quite blonde, and I'm really trying to grow it really long. But this is the look. I feel like it's giving. Let me know if it's matching the vision, but I feel like in my head this is what the like OG Victoria's Secret makeup looks like. So yeah, I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed my little story time. I had a lot of fun. Hopefully this is not a hot mess. I'm gonna find out when I edit this, so we'll see. Think of me. And you guys know I talk a lot about minimalism on my channel, so this is, you know, pretty minimal. You don't need a lot of stuff to do this, and it's very wearable. It could definitely be your everyday makeup too. I basically used my everyday routine and just added the highlighter, which I had anyway, but I maybe don't use every day, but I love it. So yeah, if you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe. The button's down below. Follow me on Instagram if you want to keep up with me, see all these little things that I talk about or that maybe don't make it to my YouTube. You're likely to see them on my Instagram. My Instagram is at shesfrench. And if you want to check out my really cute sticker shop, Cowboy Cafe, it's linked down below. I'd love for you to check it out. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!